Okay, servo off, hit one more time. Okay, now you're in. Okay, now go to edit. You're gonna hit program. 6002 is your shutdown program. 8001 is your turn on program. So I'm in edit and I type 08001, arrow down. That's now the program. I hit go to memory and it's like right now it's taking all the accesses home to its 0 points from the previous day, and it honestly is repeating. Like I set up something and I come back, like this jaw right here is already milled out of position and it comes back. Okay, so depending on how you want to touch off Z, okay, if I had my Z all at 0, X, Y, and Z all at 0, and then let's take, on this particular machine, I have been just touching 0 off to the top of the part. Okay, so let's say you were going to make the top of your part the top of the jaws, right? Okay, go back to jog and untie it. Okay. X. Y. I'm still in jog, I'm in a fast jog.
Okay.
I tell my employees that this is the one you want to get close. This is the one you're going to use to do all your work. This one you don't use unless you use an indicator. It's just
your jog steps.
Okay, so let's just say I'm exactly on the top of the part right here. I have a Z minus 7820. Okay, so let's just say that's where it's touching the top of the part. So I go to offset, and this one adds, so it tells you where you're at right now. If you want to make that 0, you got to make an opposite, so 8.016. First make it 0, then go minus 7.820. Which is nice, is once you're in it, you're like, oh, I want to lower it 5 thou. It just keeps going. You know, you can just add. It's kind of fast that way on this control. Now, what I normally do on the Fanuc control, it's got an H, okay? But sometimes you use a D for cutter compensation.
Yeah.
Okay? I always, on any of the ones that don't have 2 columns, I always add 20. Because it's usually more than their tool changer is. Okay, so in the sense of H1, if I want to use D1, I would use D21. So I go down to 21.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm minus 0.001. All right, it added to it, so 0.001. You know what I'm saying? It's already minus 0.001. Okay, that's kind of a misleader. There's 2 zeros in front of it. It goes blank. That'll help you out in the video, man, because I didn't understand that at first. Okay, let's also say position. Let's also say we're trying to find XY0. We want to find XY0 right there. Okay, first thing is let's go to set. Okay, this is your location right now, your G54 location. Okay, it's kind of weird on this control. It's found in set. It doesn't have a decimal point. That's one thing that got me in the very beginning too. No decimal points. So what you're going to have is, let's say in the case of this machine, I go back to position 6420. Oops. Set. You come down here. Minus 6.42. Oops. See, I just did it. 64200. Okay. 4 place, no decimal. Okay, and that's not. It doesn't add or subtract. So whatever you type in is what you get. Okay. Y for position 2.59 set minus 2.5900. Okay.
So when you go back to the positioning, it'll show that.
Right now, okay. Here's how that happens. Okay. Let's go back to position. It doesn't happen yet. What you're going to do is go to MDI, go to program, go to G54, right.
Oh, okay.
Cycle start, position.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, we should sell this video. All right, so there's those two. So you just saw how to set XY0. You saw how to set a tool. Okay. I would add 20 to the D, and you're always going to be okay. So like tool 16 is D36. And I've been doing that for a long time. The Mitsubishis have 2. The Yaznaks and the Fanucs all have 1. And so yeah, if you look at my D21s, it's like minus .001, so that the tool cut's a little bigger, you know, on a lot of them. I can show you. Okay, so now let's say I want to home the machine. Zero return. Zero return, you always do Z first. Now it's telling you you're that number away from where your zero is because that's active.
From where you were.
I can call it G55. If you go back to set, when it starts off in set, I think you're on this screen. You got to page down, and then you get to it. And I only usually worked in there, but there's the other ones if you need them. And so it's kind of basic that way. I kept my Z on top of the part, whatever I was cutting, but so on these machines, I do a little differently. I touch it off 3 inches to the bottom, and so all my G54s usually have a plus Z.
So your tools are all there.
Because I had them all in, right? It was just easier for me to touch off this one for right now, okay? Let's see, MDI, S500, M3, you do it all as one. You don't need to hit in and block, right? That's the tool, warden. That's the tool because it was out so far. I think once it's in, but as long as you're in jog. I think I just took it away. Here, MGI S1500 M3, right? The other tool is Warbly. My guy put it in a little cripple. I decided to do it somewhere else. Fluent works if you use M8. It's on auto right now, waiting to program in. It's all there. It looks kind of weird in the very beginning. You don't think it is. It's all there. And the other thing about this thing is it's super fast. I usually run it on 25% because it's like super fast, you know, and it's like, I'm only going this far.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, you gotta.
it depends on the machine sometimes, because this tool, especially on a long operation, stayed down the whole time, so I didn't care about this if it ran for 45 minutes, you know. When it came to a big program like that, I would put in the RS-232, and I would just drip feed from the computer in.
Yeah.
And so I can go to what was it, tape, and effectively program, and then just hit start, and it's looking for the RS-232, and then you just hit send, and it runs flawlessly with multiple tools and everything.
Yeah, that's really
I drip feed on a lot of them because I got huge programs.
Yeah, that 3D stuff.
Yeah.
Especially with Mastercam, since it just chops it all
Right.
up.
Hey, have you ever had any problems drip feeding all this time? No, I gotta say, in the very beginning, because I came from Lockheed and they had some seriously nice CNCs, and they hold millions of lines of programming, you know. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna program like that for these guns, and so I have to drip them in because even the Mitsubishi, which is a later control, still can't hold that much, you know. This one actually has a lot of memory because it's a horizontal, and because you have multiple pallets and stuff.
Yeah.
So they give you a lot of memory, but it doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you're at, okay? But I just kind of put it somewhere, okay? At the end of the day, you're gonna go to edit, program. Real quick, if you want to put a file in, you just hit input. Be in edit, hit input. If you're plugged in, it's gonna go in. It's a really simple input on this one, as long as you don't have another one of these numbers. But 8001 is a factory program.
Yeah,
8001 it's got no tool changes in there, no M6s, no Ts. Okay, 8002 is the shutdown factory program. You cannot delete it, but it's got this T11 here, and it wants to change the arm up and stuff. And so I basically took this program, copied it, and took out the T11 M6. Okay,
And
so
that you changed it to 6.
6002.
Okay.
Because the 8000s are undeletable unless you change a parameter. You can change a parameter and edit it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's right there. Okay. I wish I had some books on it and stuff, but I just got it running little things and kind of forgot about it.
Yeah,
really.
whatever it does what you need to do, and that's all
It
you
wasn't looking for. It wasn't. There's an inverter motor in the back that powers this, and this arm will go through the whole process. It'll grab the tool and put it in that pot over there, and I can. If I held, it's aired up, so it won't alarm. But I'd have to hold that door open right there. If I held the door open right there, I can change all the stations. Okay, and it does the counter on the stations. If you look, there's a counter. You have to hold up one of these levers. But anyways, all the air, the way I see it, the way I've been told online and stuff, is and from multiple people, is that the air is hooked up correctly. I check the solenoids first for voltage. I also check the solenoids to see if I push the button, if the solenoids work. I also put juice to the solenoids and made them work. So I didn't have an issue with that, but I think somewhere in the chain or something, it's either messed up, but I've been told by the repair guy that no, it's a parameter issue. And I didn't want to pay him at the time, so I was just like, I'm running it. So that's the thing if you want to get the tool changer to work. If not, like I'm saying, you can have these racks too of the tools, but they basically are numbered. You just put an MO in. So especially if you're prototyping, it's not so bad. You know? But if you got, say, a contract or something, you should get some money up front. That should be able to fix this quick. So you just call it, worst case scenarios, you call it Kitamura. And they're over in City of Industry. And but he would cost like $1,500 to come over and fix.
Didn't change something that's
Right?
probably simple.
You might just want to find the book and figure it out. These things are like cars, man. Okay, and it's like you can fix this. The person that built it was stupider than you are. You can figure this out. So, you know, if you can pull an engine on a car, you can do this. But okay, end of the day. Edit. 6002 is a shutdown program. I go to memory. I usually hit reset. I don't know why. It's just a habit. Memory. It'll always go up to the top so that the axis is moved, and then it'll come back down where it wants to be. So then I can just shut it down by hitting that. If I want to bring it back up, 8,001. Because you got to get your positions back. I'll just check it out right there. When it's doing it because it hasn't been shut off, so I did it quickly.
Yeah.
It's got its counter on still. Right? Cool?
Yep.
Sometimes I turn it back. There you go. Alright?